Are you an entrepreneur who keeps running into that quiet, or sometimes quite loud, voice of doubt? The one that tells you you're not ready yet? Or who do you think you are? Or what if this doesn't work? And what if I told you that voice is not weakness? It's not a sign that something's wrong with you. And it certainly isn't proof that you're not meant for more. What if that resistance, the fear, the self-doubt, the hesitation is actually a signal pointing you directly toward your next breakthrough? In this video, we're decoding resistance. We're uncovering the psychology behind entrepreneurial fear, and more importantly, we're transforming it from something that holds you back into fuel that moves you forward. So if you're here, I want you to know something first. There is nothing broken about you. Fear doesn't mean you're incapable. Resistance doesn't mean you're misaligned. Self-doubt doesn't mean that you're an imposter. In fact, fear often shows up because you're standing at the edge of growth, because you're expanding beyond familiar identities, familiar capacities, familiar versions of yourself. This is a good thing. And today we're going to gently but powerfully shift how you relate to fear. We're going to explore why resistance shows up, why it's actually trying to communicate, and how you can work with it instead of against it. So let's start by normalizing something that almost every entrepreneur experiences, but rarely talks about. Let's start by normalizing something that almost every entrepreneur experiences, but rarely talks about. That gut feeling of, I'm not ready yet. The hesitation before launching, the urge to delay, to perfect, to wait for more certainty. This is not a personal flaw. This is a universal entrepreneurial experience. Fear tends to show up in very sneaky ways. It doesn't always sound like panic. Often it sounds like logic. I just need one more certification and then I'll be ready. I'll start once things calm down. Now isn't the right time. Sometimes it shows up as imposter syndrome. How many of us have had that feeling, that worry, that we're just an imposter and we're not really here and meant to do what we're trying to do? It's sometimes fear of failure, sometimes fear of success. And that surprises a lot of people, but it's true, and I see it more often actually than fear of failure. So what if it actually does work? Then what do I do? Because success requires visibility. It requires expansion. Responsibility comes with success. It's a new identity. So if you're watching this, I want you to check in with yourself for a moment. Which fear shows up the most for you right now? Is it a fear of being seen? Is it a fear of failing publicly? Is it a fear of outgrowing people or identities that felt safe? Because you're not alone in this. Nothing has gone wrong. Now here is the reframe that's going to change everything. Remember, fear is not a stop sign. It is not a red light telling you to turn around. It's like an amber light. It's a signal saying, pay attention. There's growth here. It might even be a signal telling you you're on the right track. Resistance often shows up exactly where your next level lives. Your new income ceilings, your new visibility, your new leadership roles, your new ways of being seen and received. So if something is feeling uncomfortable, expansive, or a little edgy, that doesn't mean that it's wrong. It just means it's unfamiliar. It's unfamiliar for your old identity. And we are stepping into a new identity. So your nervous system, it's incredibly loyal. Its job is to keep you safe, not to make you successful. I want you to think about that for a second. Your nervous system's job is to keep you safe, not make you successful. And sometimes we have to reach beyond what our nervous system is telling us. So if you're stretching beyond what is known, your nervous system sends signals. It's tightness, it's doubt, it's fear. Instead of asking, how do I get rid of this fear? Try asking this instead. What is this fear pointing me toward? What version of me is trying to emerge here? Now take a moment and name your current resistance. What is it? I'm afraid to raise my prices. I'm afraid to launch my business at all. I'm afraid to speak boldly. Now I want you to reframe it. If this fear wasn't here to stop me, what might it actually be inviting me into? Fear often marks the edge of expansion. So let's talk briefly about what is happening in your body. When you step into something new, a new launch, a bold decision, you start your journey as being an entrepreneur, you stretch your goal, you finally start reaching for these big goals. Your brain can interpret this as a threat. Your nervous system doesn't distinguish between I might get rejected and I might get eaten by a tiger. Even though these are two very different things, the system in our brain is going to interpret them the exact same way. So it's going to activate either fight, flight, or freeze. You're going to have overthinking, procrastination, shutting down, scrolling instead of acting. This is not self-sabotage, it's biology. The solution isn't forcing yourself through fear. It's creating safety while you move forward. So this little strategy of tiny wins, this is one of the most powerful ways to work with fear, and it's through tiny grounded actions. So like one email, one post, one conversation, one small step toward the big thing. These tiny wins tell your nervous system, I can do this. I am safe. I am capable. The momentum builds the confidence, not the other way around. You're not going to sit at home and start feeling confident and then decide to take action. They have to go hand in hand. You start to step into this new identity of the confident version of you while starting to take action, and the two together build and build and build into this beautifully confident person who is no longer afraid until you're ready to reach the next level. So instead of avoiding failure, gently look at it. Ask yourself, what's the worst case scenario here? And then ask, if that happened, how would I handle it? Most fear loses power once you name it. You realize, I'm resourceful. I can respond. I won't be destroyed by this. This is not going to kill me. And fear thrives in isolation. So when you share fear with someone safe, either a mentor, a coach, a trusted peer, it stops echoing in your mind and it starts dissolving. Now, vulnerability is not a weakness. It's your nervous system regulating through connection. This is really important. So if we keep it isolated, we don't tell people about our fears, we just let them bubble up inside of us, we're not naming it, which then loses its power so that we can now address it and move past it, right? Just like our feelings, any feeling, we want to feel it, we want to address it, we want to allow it, acknowledge it, process it, and then release it, right? So fear inventory, the action antidote. I want you to write down your top 3 fears that you are having right now, right at this moment. And then after you've written these 3 things down, I want you to ask yourself, what action would directly build evidence against this fear? What is one aligned step I can take this week against this fear? What is one thing that I can do? So fear transforms when it's met intentionally with action, when it meets your intentional action. There was a point in my own journey where I felt intense resistance. I knew I was being called toward deeper visibility, bolder leadership, and every part of me wanted to retreat. I questioned myself, I delayed, I tried to make it feel safer, but eventually I realized something. The fear wasn't telling me I couldn't do it. It was telling me I was stepping into a new identity. And the moment I stopped trying to eliminate that fear, and instead of listening to it, everything started to change. The fear became a compass, a teacher, a signal of expansion. So here is my invitation to you. This week, choose one fear-driven edge, one thing that you've been avoiding, not because it's wrong, but because it's new. Take one grounded step toward it and notice what happens, not just externally, but internally. If this video resonated with you, I would love to hear from you. Please comment below. Tell me, what fear are you currently decoding right now? What fear are you currently moving past at this moment? And if you want more conversations like this, where we get to explore mindset, your nervous system, your identity, and conscious entrepreneurship, then subscribe and stay here with me. We're redefining resistance. We're reclaiming fear as fuel, and we're building alignment, not force. And as always, expect prosperity.